Hello students, ICRA School Online Teaching Standard 6 Subject Social Science Chapter 9 Ancient Towns. Dear students, what is history? History is a record of past events. History is divided into three parts: ancient, medieval and modern history. So here we read about ancient towns. It comes into ancient period. So we read about in this lesson about ruins and history, Indus Valley civilization towns in Gujarat, town planning, buildings, roads and street, underground drainage system, public buildings, food habits, economic life, dress and ornaments, seals and skip. In detail of these ancient towns. We know that we have the modern system. So we learn all these things from past because that's why. So you might got some old objects or coins belong to different periods in the past. You might have some objects, coins like that you got from your school, neighboring, friends, or it passed by your old generation like forefathers are like that. You may got, and you can observe and you can note which period these objects or coins belong to. Here we deal and we learn about the ancient towns, how the towns was like that, how their system was like that, how they live, how they lead a life, how the street was. You might be curious to know all these things. So for that we read about in this ruins and history. What is ruins? The material found during an excavation. Excavation means digging, are called ruins or remains. We can find about how the ancient towns look like due to the excavation, digging by archaeologists. Major changes took place on the earth due to natural disasters like earthquakes during such a change, which may also be caused by evolution. Since the civilization was born in the Indus Valley River, it came to be known as Indus Valley Civilization. This civilization belonged to 3000 BC, 1500 BC period. This remnant of the two towns remainings, we can find in the diggings of different objects of the towns during excavation of what is the two great towns, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, were found during an excavation in the Montgomery district of Punjab, right now in Pakistan. The sites were first excavated in the year, these two sites were excavated digging at the year 1922. The remnants of these sites are perfect examples of urban civilization. How now the urban civilization, so as we are using and we are utilizing, how it look like. The some type of similar can found in that sites. More than 1400 Indus civilization sites have been discovered till date. Some of the most prominent sites are Kalibangan in Rajasthan and Dholabira and Lothal in Gujarat. This civilization belonged to 1500 BC to 3000 BC period. During the excavation of these towns, bricks, vessels, ornament, etc. were also found. With that, breaking that, so these objects are found in this period. Again, the second point is Indus Valley civilization towns in Gujarat. Many towns of Indus Valley civilization are found in Gujarat like Rangpur, Rojdi, Lothal, Dholavira, etc. Among these, Lothal was the biggest and the most developed port city. It is situated in Dholka Taluka, Ahmedabad district, and is 85 km away from Ahmedabad near the Gulf of Khambat. The towns of Rangpur near Limdi and Rojdi near Gondal in Saurashtra, Deshalpur and Dholavira in Kutch were also excavated. Again next, Town planning. Now the second point is here town planning. What is the impressive feature of the Indus Valley civilization? Okay, every period has some feature, some important feature, some impressive feature. But in this Indus Valley civilization, the impressive feature of the is what is evident means factors. You see, so town planning was one of the most impressive feature of the Indus Valley civilization. This is especially evident in the city of Mohenjo-daro. We can find this evident in Mohenjo-daro. The scientific and outstanding town planning of those days is a wonder. Let us aspects of the town planning. Here buildings as you seen in this an imaginary painting of Lothal Port. It's like imaginary some again second is the town planning of Indus Valley civilization. As we are seeing today in modern period as we are living, as we are seeing the how town plan, as we are living in different India and different cities, there is a town planning. We are evident. We are using we are going on through a proper channel. Like that in the previous ancient period of this Harappa and Mohenjo-daro cities, town planning. See, this is especially evident in the city of Mohenjo-daro. The scientific and outstanding town planning. Most of the Indus towns were grid planned. Most of the towns in this grid planned. Here you see the Indus Valley civilization, most of the towns grid planned cities. That means all the streets intersected each other at right angles. Another feature was an excellent drainage system. The drains in the houses led to a cesspool or manhole. The drainage along the main road were cleared regularly. The drainage system of the Indus city stands out as a remarkable feature. You see in the thousands of years back we can find this advancement. So it is a wonder because we are following the advanced generations of their plannings. Dear students, again here as we are seeing roads and streets. There were two big towns of urban civilization, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, in the Indus Valley. In the Indus Valley civilization, the big two towns are urban civilization, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. These are the two big cities. The roads intersected each other at right angles and divided the city into large blocks, as we are seeing today. Within each block, there was a network of narrow lines. The main roads were 33 feet wide and were cleaned regularly. There were clay pots for garbage and street lamps on poles. The ruins of Lothal indicate the existence of markets on both sides of the roads. The next remarkable feature of this civilization is underground drainage system. As right now we have the perfect example in the modern period of history as we are using. In the Harappan cities, there was a well-developed sewage system. The streets had severed drains covered with large brick slabs, as we are seeing right now, running alongside. Since they were covered, there were holes at regular intervals for cleaning. Drains from bathrooms and streets were connected to small pipes to the sewers under the main streets. Now, dear students, here the next thing is here public buildings. A massive structure found at Mohenjo-daro during the excavation of the Indus Valley civilization was the town hall, which was probably used as an auditorium, a prayer hall, a civic center, or an administration office. During the excavation at Mohenjo-daro, might be seen sometimes there is a great floods or what we can say earthquakes occur. During the incident, some cities have gone into the earth. again which was found during excavation, a massive structure found at the Mohenjo-daro. It is a great example. Next again, food habits. You see, as we have the food habits and taste of clothes of the every different sections of the society. In ancient times, in this, the food habits or lifestyles of the people of different ancient were similar. They cultivated cereal like wheat and barley, pulses, oil seeds like mustard and sesame, and millets like bajra, ragi, and jowar. Remains of these crops have been found from the excavated sites. We do not find much evidence of the cultivation of the rice in this period. So we cannot find. So they might be used rice. They include fish, meat, milk, date, and fruits. Animals such as buffaloes, goats, dogs, sheep, and pigs were domesticated.